Hi there, Ted Arge from Marketing for Hippies, and this is a video about this idea of doing a TED Talk. So I posted a video, and I'll put a link to it below, about what I call the TED Talk question. The question is this: if you were to go to your people and just ask them, hey, if I were going to do a TED Talk, what would you automatically imagine that TED Talk would be about? It's a good way to see how you're seen. I don't know if it's a good way to pick what the topic of your TED Talk would be or what your niche should be, but I just think it's a very useful question to get feedback on what is it that people see as your message. But somebody commented on it. They said, earlier today after I watched this video, I gave it a try. I don't have much of an audience yet, but the responses I got were a mix of things that I already share. All of those things are related and connected to my message. Not sure what to do from here except keep posting content, focusing on calling and messaging the people that comment and like what I'm posting and asking them questions about what they have struggles with in terms of the type of content I post. It's not a bad idea. I know pretty specifically who I'm targeting, but it's so early in the process that I know it's going to change and evolve over time. What would you say? Well, yeah, it is going to change and evolve over time. And yeah, so first of all, there's really two sides to niching. And one is you're kind of asking, well, what does the marketplace want? That's the entrepreneurial approach. You know, there's a video I did called Artist versus Entrepreneur. And that approach is you're asking the market, what does it want? You know, what do they like best about what you do? And then there's the artist side, and that's what do you want to express? So the entrepreneur is really good at what's marketable, what's commercially viable, whereas the artist is the creative, the muse, and all this. And so I would just say there's two sides to this TED Talk thing. One version of the question is you ask your people, like, hey, what would you imagine my TED Talk would be? Mostly what that is to get a sense of how are you already seen? What's the reputation you already have? Because if the answers you get to that question are completely off base, if they're not something you want to be known for, that's a marketing wake-up call. Oh, that's how I'm seen. Yeah. But the other side of it is, and maybe a more useful question often is, what's the TED Talk you want to do? If I called you up and I said, hey, I'm calling you from the actual TED conference, and we'd like you to come and speak at the TED conference, you'll have 20 minutes. What would you like to talk about? You know, what's the message that would be burning inside of you that you most want to share? That's a very important question. Because, of course, you can start by saying, what do you want me to talk about? You can say, what would you imagine I would talk about? But at the end of the day, you have to talk about the thing you want to talk about. Because your ideal client, by definition, will be the people that would be drawn to that talk. Yeah, your ideal clients would be the people who would hear that talk and light up and want to work with you. And the people who would hear the thing that you most want to share and be turned off by that, those aren't your people. So again, one question is, what's the TED Talk your people imagine that you would do? But another question is, what's the TED Talk you want to do? What's the thing you most want to talk about? Out of all the things, they might even come back to you and say, well, I imagine you talk about this, this, this. First of all, do you actually want to talk about any of those? And if not, that's just a sign that you're known for things you don't want to be known for. Or if you say, yeah, all of them a little bit, it might be, well, which combination? Which one? Is there one that jumps out as the one you most want to be known for? So that's my question to you today. What's the TED Talk you want to do? If I really said to you, I could give you the chance to be put on a TED stage, what's the TED Talk you would most want to give? What's the story you'd most want to tell? What's the message you'd most want to convey? I just think that's one of the most powerful questions you can ask in terms of marketing and point of view and messaging. So I hope that's helpful to you. If you'd like to subscribe to my videos, you can click the subscribe button there and the little bell icon. If you don't want to subscribe, you can still do it. Marketingforhippies.com is my website. I'm on Facebook, of course, Marketing for Hippies. And yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Thanks so much, everyone.